Buddy. Welcome to the big show. This is Mickey in the middle of the quintessential show for middle Americans where all middle Americans are welcome. So I just ended a stream and then I started a stream and now I ended a stream, I started a stream, now I ended that another stream and now I started another stream. So I have absolutely no idea who's watching this. However, this whole being in a hotel thing is not working out for me. Hi, Susie. How you doing? Welcome to the big show. It might just be me and you, Susie. I just want to let you know I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you being there. Hey, and Carolyn's here, so that means that the word is getting out. So I am so glad. Uh, so last night and the night before, I have to apologize. I was with a friend of mine, and sometimes you got to work on your relationships, and if you have somebody that you haven't seen in a really long time, and if you haven't been able to connect in a really long time, and you start having, you show up on somebody's doorstep almost unannounced, and you say, "Hey, look here, I'm going to be in your neck of the woods tomorrow. Can I show up?" That is what being neighbors and being friends is all about. So I went and visited my good friend down in Fort Walton Beach, Florida, and to tell you the truth, you guys are very, very important. But the last two nights were extremely important to me and to my good friend. And so I apologize for not having Mickey in the middle, but it was one of those things. And then today, I came up here to Montgomery, Alabama, to see another good friend of mine, and we have reconnected. And it's been 11 years since I've seen her. So let's go ahead and do this. So, hi, Susie. Congratulations on being the gold medal winner today. Carolyn Greggs Ledger, you are in silver medal place. So, thank you very much for being here. We got some other people that are with us. So, I just want to say, thank you, everybody, for putting up with me. This trip to rediscover America has been absolutely fantastic, and I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you going on this journey with me. I didn't load up any pictures with me. So, what happened was this morning when I woke up, or yesterday, I got a text message from somebody that saw that I was traveling the world, and they said, "Hey, where are you?" And I said, "I am in Defuniak Springs," and they said, "Well, our son Steven is retiring from the Air Force on Friday after 30 years. We would love to be able to see you." So I went down to Eglin Air Force Base to see Steven and to say congratulations on 30 years in the United States Air Force. The last time I had seen him, we were in Kandahar together. And Kandahar, as many of you know, is in Afghanistan, and it was one of our military's primary bases. So the last time that I saw that is correct. So I cannot tell you how much I appreciate that. The other thing is, I got to see my good friend Groovy Grover, and Groovy Grover, is at the American Legion. So I got to see Groovy Grover, the American Legion. They have 500 members in their American Legion down in Niceville, Florida. Uh, Looks like I'm going to have to go back and uh, my life. She was a single mom. She was in the United States Air Force. She raised a fantastic son. She is an incredible individual. She is out of the service, and she is one of my favorite people in the whole wide world. She's got a heart. She's got the spirit. She's got everything. So, Trina, if you ever watch this, just know that I cannot tell you how much I appreciate the fact that you would. Entertain me immediately upon arriving into Montgomery and go to dinner with me and talk and laugh and have so much fun. So it was absolutely spectacular to see my good friend Trina again. So Susie says, we have 500 members. Holy smokes, I did not know that we had 500 members. That is awesome. I did not know that. Holy crap. I gotta get down to the American Legion more. I'm telling you. Susie's a huge part of that. So that's awesome. All right. So what did I want to talk about today? What I want to talk about today is I want to talk about freedom of speech, but not just any freedom of speech. Because when I was driving up here today, I was thinking about what a great country we have, and I was thinking about freedom of speech to say what a great country it is. And I realized that there are a whole bunch of people in the United States of America that just complain about America. They don't have anything good to say about America. And when you ask them, they will say, what's the best thing about America? They will go, nothing's good about America. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? There's nothing good about America. And the other thing is, that they always profess that if things don't go their way, they're going to leave. But then they never leave. And the thing is that if we don't have free speech, we can't fix America. And that's one of the things about the interconnectedness of America that we have today is the simple fact is that we have the ability to communicate on so many different levels right now that the government can watch us just about any time that they want. But the problem is now instead of talking to each other and sending direct messages, we blast stuff out to the entire world, and we call it our social network. And my question would be, what would happen if we all started going back to one-on-one communications rather than relying on social media networks? And I want you to think about this. When we were growing up, uh, we didn't. I know that I didn't have access to the telephone 24/7. I couldn't call all my friends because mainly my friends weren't going to be home to answer the phone because we had everything in a wall. Much like this. This is in a hotel room, and they have an old-fashioned phone right here in the room, and it's connected to a cord, which is connected to a and communication was not on a mass level. Up until a few years ago, we did not have the ability to talk to a bunch of people at the same time unless it was a very, very expensive telecommunication device that was normally reserved for offices. And if we wanted to do mass communication, then we would have to have a meeting where one person would talk and then everyone would listen and then maybe sometimes ask some questions. But the nature of communication has totally changed the way that we do things in the United States of America. So now we complain about social media sites silencing somebody or not letting them have a voice. But the fact of the matter is communication was never designed to be I yell now and you read it at your leisure and then you think about how you are going to respond and then you can add your name and your response to a long chain of other individuals as it is added up in this collective mass communication that we call social media. And I want you to think about the implications of that because I heard about this the other day and I saw it. So apparently, Will Smith went up on stage and slapped somebody that was telling a joke about his wife. Uh, the entire world got to see that, and not because of a news station, although I don't know whether it was picked up by a news station or not. But everybody was talking about it, and then they sent it to their friends, and within hours everybody in the country had known about that, and nobody had to call anybody. Nobody had to talk to anyone. Nobody had to go on TV and announce it. Nobody had to, do anything other than let social media work the way that it works. And here's what the thing is about that issue. If that goes out to 330 million people in the United States and 7 billion people in the entire world, how do we ever get a grasp about an opinion on that particular subject? Let's say that even if it's the simplest thing, should Will Smith go to jail? Should Will Smith not go to jail? How do we get our hands wrapped around the concept that now everybody in the world has the ability to weigh in on that subject? And that's what gets me back to the United States of America. What is real and what is not real? Because we hear so much about the other side of the coin. We hear about conservatives are like this, and liberals are like this, and progressives are like this. Is that true? I don't know whether that's true or not because I don't know whether it's true, right? That can all be propaganda. But the other thing is that as information comes in, I'm overflowing with information from so many different sources because I get to hear all of my friends saying stuff at the same time. And then I have to sort through all of this stuff in order to get to the bottom of it and to make my own decision. Here we go with the stream again. I am so sorry, everybody. I'm so sorry that the stream is getting jacked up. I'm in a hotel. It's connected. In the wind, but this is just my voice, right? So I've been doing Mickey in the Middle for more than 2 years now, and I'm just yelling into the wind, and some people listen and some people pass this message on. But I just wanted to talk about the simple fact of the matter is that we are overwhelmed with communication in today's day and age. Even if we read as fast as we could possibly read, even if we read as fast as a speed reader, if you have 3,000 friends and all of those 3,000 friends post 3 times a day, then that would be 9,000 messages that you would have to read, comprehend, understand, and respond to in a given day. And that's if you have 3,000 friends or followers. That is a lot of stuff. And so my question is, if you've got 1,000 friends, let's just say you got 100 friends. Let's say you have 100 friends and they post 3 times and there's 300 messages. Do you know that there's 330 million other people in the United States of America? And that social media, I have found, because I've done tests on this myself, when I look for liberal talking points, I find more liberal talking points, and everything on my stream becomes more liberal. Uh, and my liberal friends kind of float to the top. But when I look at conservative issues and I start looking at conservative stuff and the things that my friends conservatively say, then all of the stuff on my conservative side kind of float up to the top. So my question is do we all have a real clear picture about what's going on in the United States? Or are we restricted in our access to information through our own doing? So what I'm trying to say is, yes, social media might be to blame for something, and the news media might be to blame for some things, but we have to blame ourselves for not having the ability to go out and find out what the truth is. So, what is the truth about Benghazi? What is the truth about Hillary Clinton's emails? What is the truth about Donald Trump's sexual abuse allegations while he had the Miss America pageant? What is the truth about Donald Trump's bankruptcies in a casino or his other businesses? How should that affect us and how should that affect the world? Like, what is going on in Ukraine? Is what they're telling us going on in Ukraine actually the truth? Or is it some kind of like half mixture between what ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, TNT, and Al Jazeera say, or is it something beyond that that we just absolutely don't know? Because right now, the more I hear about what's going on in the world, the more I'm confused. And now all of a sudden, everybody starts labeling things misinformation. And I'm like, oh, come on. Come on. Not everything is misinformation. So I'm sorry. I'm a mess. So anyway, the simple fact of the matter is that in America, we have an obligation to get informed and to inform. Uh, but please understand that the picture that you are getting from your friends and from your news sources is only half of the story. And being Mickey in the middle, I'm asking you to go find out what the other side of the story is so that you can make up your own mind. Uh, that's about all I got to say about that tonight. So I'm very, very sorry that I haven't been here for the last couple of nights. I've been having a lot of fun with my friends. I'll have better content and I will have better stuff next week. I've got to go back to Arkansas so that I can have my eyes checked. I'm going to get some new pair of glasses. So expect me to have a new look next week. Hopefully. Hopefully, I'll be able to see better next week. But other than that, that's about it. Sorry about the stream being in and out. I can't help that. Being at the Comfort Inn, I guess they don't have the greatest Wi-Fi around here. So I just want to let you know, I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you guys tuning in. This is Mickey in the middle. I try to be as objective as possible, and I try to be as kind as possible. I try not to throw stones or anything like that. But sometimes people get their feelings hurt, and I apologize for that because I really am not intending to hurt anyone's feelings. With that, thank you very much for understanding about my trip. I cannot tell you I'm having an absolute blast out here. We are, and Carolyn says, you're entitled to live your life freely. Yes, ma'am. I think that all of us are. And I cannot tell you how much I appreciate everybody's support and everybody who believes in the United States of America being as free as we possibly can. We have way too many rules in our country about everything, and it was never intended to be that way. And I understand that lack of rules is anarchy, but too many rules is slavery. And we've got to get a handle on the number of rules that we have in our country. And that's what I'm talking about is the information that we have to have has to be good. And when it relates to international affairs, when it relates to national affairs, when it relates to all of this, our communication is the key to being a good citizenry so that we can vote the right way if we have all of the correct information. And that's why good information is great, and that's why we have got to rely on ourselves to go find that information. So without further ado, thank you very much for your time and attention tonight. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you being here. Remember, Mickey in the Middle, 9 p.m. Central, right here wherever I am. 9 p.m. Central, right there wherever you are, Monday through Friday. Remember to like, share, hit the notification bell, and that's going to be it for tonight. So without further ado, good night, small one. I love you. Talk to you later. All right, you guys all be good. Take care. Yeah, I'm not going to play the